at you go. Look at you go, baby.
Good boy, Bubby. Good boy.
Thank you, baby.
Thank you for the kissies, Bubby.
Come on.
Go get Colleen.
Come on, Bubby. Bubby. Come here. Look at you go, baby. Come on.
Hey everyone, Amy here, 100 Plus, Abandoned Dogs of Everglades, Florida. On this Tuesday afternoon, I'm here with Bubby. Last night was just gut-wrenching with this boy that we pulled from the Miami-Dade Animal Services kill shelter. And he was filthy. He was so stressed out. He could barely walk. He would take little steps and fall down and fall over. There's definitely something going on, possibly neurological. Today he's doing much better. He's eating fantastic. He's taking his meds, pain meds like a champ, gabapentin and carprofen. He's not had any accidents in his room. He's 14 that they labeled him, years of age. Imagine he was found as a stray on the streets of Miami. Not neutered, no microchip. Come on, Bubby, keep going. Keep going. He just squatted and he made a poopy, a nice, healthy, solid poop. Held himself up to poop. He's trying so hard to get around, so hard. He had 2 baths this morning, thank you, Tiffany. 2 bubble baths. He ate all of his food last night, and then I left a bowl of food in his room, and this morning it was empty. So he maneuvered himself around the room. I watched him throughout the night on the Nest camera, and he maneuvered himself to his bowls, got himself water when he wanted it. The room is just lined with comforters and blankets and dog beds. He's very content in that room. He loves to be with a person. His tail never stops waggling. And this is why we do not label an animal. Please don't tell me that his life doesn't matter because he's 14. If there's any quality of life, then we're going to give him a chance. We will make an appointment for him to be seen at the Coral Springs Animal Hospital. The problem is we can't see what's going on inside of his body. He had x-rays done. There is nothing broken. We did a complete blood panel. We're waiting on the results of the blood work. He does have some tumors that are visible. He does have some tumors that are visible. But again, we don't know what's going on, if he has some sort of a tumor on his brain or there's something going on which is making this neurological. And yes, his life does matter. Thank you, Susan. We want to give him a chance. We want to give him a chance. And I know there's so many people out there that love the seniors. He really wants a person. You know, you just carry him outside and you let him walk around the yard. He does really well. He takes his pain meds twice a day in the food. The only food that he will really eat is Caesar. We tried Weruva, we tried Nutro, we've tried several, but he likes the Caesar. It's kind of like McDonald's to a person. But at this stage of the game at 14, who cares? Bubby, 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 Bubby. What's that? What's that?
All kinds of smells.
Hi.
Come here, bud.
I love seeing him being able to hold himself up, maneuver himself around the yard. This morning when I checked in on him on our Nest camera, Pam was here at 7-ish, and she had him outside. I had to call her because I was so excited since I left last night with a sick stomach, and I was so worried about him. He was outside in this yard, and he was walking pretty much the entire yard, sniffing it out. Peed, pooped on his own. Come on! Come on, Bubby, Bubby, Bubby! Come on! Come on, baby! But you can see he's maneuvering. As long as he's not in any pain, then let him have the days that he has, you know. Let him enjoy the smells, the grass, the food, the love. If there's quality of life, he's not crying, he's not whining.
His breathing is
His breathing is better. He's clean. Susan Levine is donating $50, and I want to say thank you, Susan. She has put up a challenge. We didn't stop crying either, Carmen, last night. Tiffany and I were communicating all night long. We were both sick to our stomachs. But we have a road ahead of us because, like I said, we don't know what's going on with him, and we need to take him to Coral Springs. And we know from experience it is not cheap. So we want to get him, you know, what he needs and get him assessed properly. I am not going to be doing any major surgeries on this dog. I'm not putting him through that. If there happens to be some sort, I don't know, I'm just putting it out there, but if there happens to be any kind of a tumor on his brain, there's not going to be any surgery on his brain. But if the doctor says, listen, you can keep him comfortable and you can, you know, give him some quality, then it depends on, you know, we really need to find a foster for him. Somebody that's home, somebody that has a yard that can show him some love. There has to be somebody out there that loves the seniors as much as I do, because if I had room in my house, I would take him home. I just don't have the room. I am full. But he would benefit so much with a foster, and we provide everything that you need. It is so rewarding to give a dog like this love. And every day, yeah, everything is fine. He's peeing and pooping on his own. Like I said, we did a blood panel yesterday, so we're waiting on the results. X-rays were done and nothing is broken. Maybe being locked in the cage at the Miami-Dade Animal Services for I don't know how long he was there. Stressed out, panting, anxiety, and pain with no meds, and can't move around, cramped in a cage, certainly didn't help whatsoever for him. Hi, handsome. I love the seniors. I love giving the underdog any chance and every chance there is at a quality of life, no matter how long it's for. All I know is that every time I look at him, his tail doesn't stop. I'm going to zoom in at the little buttock, and you can see the tail. He has a tumor on the end of his tail, but his tail just doesn't stop. He's beautiful, whitish, cream, fluffy, hypoallergenic. I don't know what his mix is. I definitely see a little bit of maybe Poodle or Bichon in him, don't you? Well, Christy would know because she has a house full. But he's super loving and he's super, super sweet. He loves touch. He loves love. And right now I'm begging all of you, please, there has to be somebody out there that can foster this boy so he can have some quality and some love. Right now he's at the rescue house and we have a full house. And we, you know, he's alone at night, which I don't think is benefiting him. He doesn't want to be alone. He likes to just see a person or be around a person. He's a different dog today. Yes, he is, Francis. Because we showed him love and we gave him proper medication and proper food. And like I said, we will be taking him to the Coral Springs Animal Hospital, and I don't know what they're going to tell us because we're not doing MRIs. We're not going to, even if there is a tumor, we're not operating, so there's no sense. As long as he's comfortable, that's what we're going to do for him. And there's nothing broken. Look at how he's loving all the love from Christy and Colleen. This is what it's all about, and this is what our volunteers do for our rescues. It is a blessing, Erica. Absolutely a blessing. I wanted to update everyone because I know I left you off last night with a very heavy heart. A lot of tears were shed over this boy last night. And I wanted to update you that he's not crying, he's not panting, he's not whining. He's getting around, but he does have difficulty at times. He'll just kind of sit down and just kind of rest. And then he gets up again and he starts walking and maneuvering. He's not good on tile. So it would definitely, you know, benefit if we had some yoga mats, which I think we should probably put in the room for him where he can get some grip on the floor. Even the comforters tend to slide on the tile, which makes it a little more difficult for him to get around. Thank you, Francis, for your kind words of support. Yeah, he drinks a lot. He loves water. And that's another thing we're going to look into the blood work and make sure he's not any diabetic, and to check his kidneys. Look what Christy has for you. There he goes. He loves his water. Good boy. So if anybody has any yoga mats at home that you could donate, maybe like 5 or 6 of them, if you could drop them off at the rescue house, that would be awesome. 345 East Commercial Boulevard in Oakland Park. That would be so fantastic. Anybody watching local has any yoga mats, we could drop off. That would be fantastic. Just we could put in his room. I would run and get them right now, but I don't have the time. If I have to, I'll run out and get some later tonight.
He's licking the air.
He always does that. He misses the water. There he goes. He's very content. So please, any donations that you can help us with for Bubby. Like I said, we're going to be taking him to the Coral Springs Animal Hospital and have him assessed. He loves the lap. He loves the love. That's all he wants is a lap and kisses. He's so content. I'm going to get up off my hiney and go around so you can see more of his face and not the back side of him. Hi. Hello, Bubby. Hello. You did a lot of moving around this afternoon, huh? And this morning.
Come on. Come on, get him up there. Get him up there.
He really tries. He's heavy.
Oh,
Oops, that might have hurt him.
I'm
It's
sorry.
okay.
I'm
It's
sorry,
okay.
baby. I'm so sorry.
It might have hurt him.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's sensitive.
You did do that. I'm sorry.
So when you pick up, we pick up under the belly because his limbs might be sore. So you go behind him, but you don't have to. He's okay. When I pick up, you just kind of go behind, and then you put your hands both under his belly, his mid, not his limbs, and then we just kind of lift. And you're fine, Colleen. You didn't do anything wrong. You didn't do anything. And I always tell everybody, don't put your face directly into a dog's face because you just don't know.
Okay, I've been scolded twice.
Colleen's getting scolded. Oh, she's a new volunteer. We're scolding her in front of the whole world.
Thank you very much. It's okay.
So she does it again because she listens so well.
Because he was licking me before. I'm getting all kinds of kisses from him.
All right.
How can you not?
You guys all heard me, right? I gave the warning. That's all I can do. Everybody's going to do what they want to do. My wife is the worst. She would crawl into trailers. We actually made a shirt for her, Carol, watch your face, Carol, watch your face. Because, seriously. Everyone's laughing at you, Colleen. Colleen is a new volunteer, and I adore her, and she's been here day after day after day and spending hours and hours. I'm schooling, they say. I'm not scolding you, Colleen.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Thank you, Annelle, for getting me out of trouble.
I don't think you were in
Mary
time.
says you're going in timeout.
I'll go in with one.
We're all a work in progress. This journey is just every day is a learning experience for every one of us. So this is my update, guys, with Bubby. This is Amy. Ooh, it's bright out here. With 100 plus abandoned dogs of Everglades, Florida. And I will keep you posted. As soon as we get an appointment with Coral Springs Animal Hospital, we will find out maybe, hopefully, a little bit more information on Bubby. And also, I'm still waiting on the results for his blood work that was done yesterday. Like I said, the x-ray showed nothing broken whatsoever, and it showed no tumors that they could see visible, but that does not show the brain and things like that, where neurological usually would be setting in the head and the brain area. I'll tell you something else, another thing that could be a possibility. Correct me if I'm wrong, Christy, but I know from experience my personal dog had a back surgery, and I was rushing him because he was in pain to every doctor, every x-ray, every blood work. They couldn't find anything until they did an MRI, and they found out they had a ruptured disc. So I don't know if he possibly has some sort of an injury. Maybe he was hit by a car, maybe he has some spinal injury, but that's going to require a MRI. And I don't know if a 14-year-old dog can go through a back surgery such as that. And we don't even have a foster for him right now. So yes, my Brody went through it. We'll see what happens when we take him to Coral Springs. This is Amy with 100 Plus, Abandoned Dogs of Everglades, Florida. Oh, you know what I just thought of? Bobby.
That's what I was gonna say, but we knew Bobby had something with
Because we
his
did an
back,
MRI.
So, yeah.
Another dog, I'm not going to shut off yet. Christy fostered Bobby for how many weeks? 8?
11 total, 8 in a cage.
8 in a cage, 11 total, because during the hurricane I received a call from the paramedics that a dog was hit by a car and he could not walk. And he was doing the same thing with the
one leg.
the dragging of the leg. So he could have a spinal injury, not necessarily a neurological thing. But the only way to find that out is to have an MRI, and that costs close to $4,000. So it's up to you guys. I have no problem doing an MRI, but we need the funds in place, which is $4,000 with Dr. Wong. There's very few people that do the MRIs these days. He might be too old, I don't know. This is Amy, 100 Plus, Abandoned Dogs of Everglades, Florida. Our PayPal link is attached to this video, so please, if you can donate, please. We greatly appreciate it, and thank you in advance. Amy and Bubby, Christy and Colleen, 100 Plus, Abandoned Dogs of Everglades, Florida.